Many people know someone who has had an influence on their lives. For some people, this inspirational person is a teacher. Since I have been a student for many years, I know a good teacher when I see one. This teacher has made me appreciate good teaching. I used to not like strict teachers, but now I realize this style has helped me to become a better student. This is why I would like to thank my 7th grade science teacher, Miss McMahon. Miss McMahon is a great example of a teacher who is fun, caring, and can be serious when she needs to be. Miss McMahon enjoys having a bit of fun when she has some time away from her class. She loves to talk about her life at home and stories of her neighbors' cats. She also loves to tell us about her favorite actor, Tom Hanks, and how she thinks he is a wonderful actor and very handsome. Another thing she did was teach me how to play Scrabble when I signed up for her extension. She did this by telling me the correct ways of playing, while also sharing some stories people who've played wrong. Many of these stories were very fun to listen to, and many of them I still remember. This is how Miss McMahon was a fun teacher, in and out of her class. Miss McMahon was also a very caring teacher, although sometimes she would show it in different ways that you may not expect. She would always walk around and make sure you were doing your work. Then if you weren't doing your work, or you weren't doing it correctly, she was quick to make sure that you did it and knew how to. She was also good at praising students if she thought that they deserved it. As she once told me, she likes homeroom Scott better than science Scott. She told me this because she thought my behavior was better in homeroom than it was when I was in her science class. This made me happy to be praised, but also more determined to make her like me when I was in her science class as well. This is how Miss McMahon was a caring teacher. This teacher is also a very serious teacher when her students start acting up in her class. If she ever saw any of her students talking when she was talking, or when they weren't supposed to be, she would always tell them to be quiet. Also in her Scrabble extension, if anyone wasn't playing the game, she would kick them out of the extension. At the end of the class, Miss McMahon would usually give some time to work on homework, and if you weren't doing the homework like you were supposed to be, or you were talking, she would make sure you were doing it. She would give many warnings and send people to the office or give them a demerit, which also got kids to do their work. That is how Miss McMahon was a serious teacher when kids acted up. Many students have had teachers who were special to them in some way, and I hope you can tell why Miss McMahon was important to me, since she is a fun, caring, and can be serious when she needs to be. This wonderful teacher has had a strong impact on the way I look at teachers and now I compare every new teacher to this teacher. I will always remember this amazing teacher, Miss McMahon, since she has had such a strong influence on my schoolwork and how I look at teachers.